Hi friends, I'm very happy to bring in front of you a very exciting and knowledgeable chat. In fact, it was a very engaging chat I had with CA Final All India Rank 4, Akshat Jain, and CA Inter All India Rank 4, Suhani Maheshwari. We discussed on various issues like how to improve focus while studying, how to study for longer durations, what to do in the break times, what to do on days when we feel bored to study, social media, how they handled it, and what was their preparation strategy all throughout. I would personally tell you it was so inspiring to me personally, and I'm pretty sure it will inspire all of you. Watch it till the end. Here it is. So, hello Akshat, hello Suhani.
Hello, sir.
We are very happy to have you here. And today we will be having a chat which might not sound very generic about how you are feeling because we all know that you all must be right now at the top of the world. So first of all, from the entire team JKSC, super congratulations to both of you for securing this amazing result of All India Rank 4. Right, Suhani, All India Rank 4 in Inter CA and Akshat for Final CA.
Thank you, sir.
At the start, can you both just give me a brief background and how was your life till here and what was your academic journey right from start? Just share for the audience your academic journey.
So, I'm born in Bangkok, and my parents we shifted to Mumbai when I was 7 years old, so in my second standard. And I've been a bright kid in academics right from primary. In 10th standard, I'd secured 99.4, and then CA started after 12th. I secured 191 in CPT. We had CPT at that time. My inter rank was 20th, and now finally I've got the fourth rank. So it's a very proud moment for me to secure a single digit rank at the highest level in CA. So it's been surreal right since that.
Wow, what a journey! A journey which I'm pretty sure many of our viewers would definitely be wanting to work on. Suhani, your journey till now.
Yeah, so I've also been academically inclined right from my school days. So I've got 97% in 10th, 98.3% in 12th. Even in CA Foundation, I got 354 on 400. So, yeah.
Wow, amazing. So, were you therefore always these toppers? You've always been topping your academic journey till now? Very good. So, then my next question to you is on a slightly deeper level. Do you think people are born genius, or do you think that even ordinary people whose academic career might not be as shining as yours might still make it big with sheer hard work? What is your take on that? Akshat, please.
I feel that when people say that you need to be born smart in order to do well in a CA examination, that is more of an excuse for me, because I've seen many people who've performed decently, say in the 10th standard, 12th standard, but have gone on to secure incredible ranks in CA. So in CA, it's a combination of hard work and smart work. So you need that hard work quotient in order to do well over here. So whether you're born genius or you're born reasonably well, it's all the same.
So, I mean, the quantum of syllabus in CA, I mean, you have to study no matter what. So, even if you're born smart, obviously you can't crack CA questions. You have to work hard, you have to study. So, that is how it goes.
So basically, both of you are saying two things. First, being born genius is not enough. Correct? You have to work hard to say that, okay, I was born intelligent, I was born genius, and therefore I secured a rank is completely wrong. Right? Yeah. And you agree with the fact that hard work is a very important ingredient for securing a rank. And the second point you're saying is that people with ordinary backgrounds academically, if they can simply shift their gears at this point also, they can still achieve this irrespective of what their academic past was. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Suhani, my next question to you is, do you believe in destiny? Or some might say karma, or for some luck factor. Do you think luck factor plays a big role in your academic success?
So I feel there is always a little bit of luck factor, but then luck factor can maybe take you from 39 to 40 or maybe from 59 to 60. But it's always your hard work. So you can't go from 20 to 80 just on pure luck.
Correct. Akshat?
Yeah, I share the similar view. In academics or in professional life, there'll always be that luck factor. Say a paper in which you struggled was easy this attempt, or a paper in which, say, you have always sailed through was very tough in this particular attempt. The checker's perception about your particular answer. So there are those luck factors, but as she correctly pointed out, that can take you from a 20 to 80.
Yes, very nice, very well put. Thank you. That was a very nice answer. So now my next question is, this is a question which I personally have been wanting to ask you since long. When I see people around, even in my own life, we get influenced by people who are around us. And if people around us are having mediocre standards, then it is very easy for us to also automatically have standards which are mediocre, because you see all around you and you find it's okay to not study that 1 hour extra, to not go that 1 mile extra. What was it that drove you to study that extra 1 hour? What was it that drove you to put that extra effort? What was it that drove you to set higher standards for yourself when there might be situations in life where people around you might not have those standards, and it would have been very easy for you to say, hey, come on, everyone is having a standard which right now looks mediocre, but I still want to have a higher standard. Where did that inspiration come from? What is that passion that drove you? That is what I want to ask both of you. Akshat, you want to start?
Okay. So there are two parts to this. Number one is that, of course, your parents have invested so much in you. You have to repay in some form to them the faith that has been invested, the monetary amount, and just the hardships that they go through, so that we reach the examination center and we are able to write that 3 hour paper. So even we should be honest to them. That is number one. And number two is that, after all, it is my life. I have to make something out of it. I'm never going to be 22 again. I'm never going to be 19 again. So I want to do something at this point that I remember for the rest of my life. Another thing to help you keep motivated throughout these months is that many people search for motivation online. Of course, you can do that. But what I personally did was that I'd written certain quotes on an A4 size, and I'd just stuck it opposite, from where I used to study, opposite my study table. And every time I used to feel low or, just directionless, I used to just look at those sheets, and I would instantly find that direction of why I'm studying, say, audit at 7 a.m. Right. So that's how you help yourself in these 5-6 months.
Very nice. This is very similar to something that happened with me also. When I was doing my articleship, last 1 year I did industrial training in one of the public companies in the industrial sector in India. And where I was sitting, right in front of me on the wall, there were these quotes. Now, where I was sitting, right in front of me, there was one quote. Of course, there were quotes across the wall, but I was not seeing them. Whenever I used to put my head up, I used to see that one quote, which I will tell you has literally changed my life. One quote. It sounds so simple, but it changes lives. The quote which was there in front of me was, self pity is the biggest enemy. Okay, self pity is the biggest enemy, because self pity is a mental disease which attacks everyone at any point of time, and especially if you're doing CA, the whole process of absolutely sometimes not having a social life, not able to enjoy as much as your friends are, and you're constantly struggling. Struggling is the wrong word, maybe working hard towards your goal, right? And you have got articleship, you have got classes, you have got home, you have got self study. It is very easy for self pity to creep in. And when I used to watch this quote, self pity is the biggest enemy. Now, enemy is like an active form of weakness. Weakness is like little passive. Self pity is the biggest weakness. Okay, but more dangerous is enemy. Enemy which can kill your career. You might end up just self pitying, but you will end up nowhere. So that was one quote which actually inspired. You talked about quotes. I just remembered that. Right. Suhani?
Yeah, so I mean, I have always been an excellent performer right from my school days. So I've always had that I want to fight for that one extra mark or for that a little bit extra to get those extra marks that I can. So in CA Foundation, from our attempt onwards, they stopped giving ranks, and I had got 354 marks. So I would have gotten a rank had there been a rank system. So I wanted to get that rank in inter and finals. That's why it was not the aim to get a rank, but I wanted that. There was this desire to get and to push myself a
Very
little
good,
harder.
very good. Beautifully put. I really loved both your answers. So now, Akshat and Suhani, there is one question on behalf of all students that I want to ask you. This has been a question which has been coming to me since some time now. Two areas where people struggle. Students enter CA, final CA, foundation, they struggle. The first area of struggle is focus, right? They are quite distracted and they do not know how to focus. The one constant complaint that I get is, sir, I'm not able to focus, right? And the second complaint that they give me is, sir, I'm not able to remember. I'm not able to by heart. Today I'm studying, but in a week's time I forget. So, sir, if my memory is so weak, how will I be able to produce that entire content that I'm studying in the exam to get those marks? So, I just want to ask both of you, what is that one thing you did to A, improve your focus, and B, ensure that you are remembering things till the exam date, right? Suhani, please.
Yeah, so first of all, if you want to maintain your focus, it is very important to have that motivation from within to want to study. So for me, it was always that I don't want to be seeing these books again. So I really want to work hard and try and clear this exam in this attempt. So with regards to focus, obviously there is that too many distractions all around us. So it's important to sit for some time and take breaks if you're not able to focus for a very long hours at a stretch. With regards to sharpening memory, you have to build confidence in order to be able to retain things in the exam. So the only way you can do that is to read and revise again and again. The more number of times that you go through the same thing again and again, the more confidence you'll have and the more stronger will be your retention power.
So basically, what you're trying to say is you can improve your focus. Your motivation of improving focus was the fear of failure. Okay, very good. And the second, for improving your memory or remembering things, I think your suggestion is repetitive reading
Yeah.
and practice.
Yeah.
Right? Akshat, what are your thoughts?
For focus, she mentioned that you can take breaks. So even I used to take naps.
Yeah.
Naps were my breaks. They would increase my retention and my focus both. And to help me sharpening the memory. So for that, what trick I had applied was that whatever, say if I'm picking up audit, so at the end of the day's work, how much ever audit I've studied, I would make a voice note of it. And then I would listen to that voice note many times. So these act like multiple revisions. Okay, in a very short span of time, there are multiple revisions through your own voice notes. So that helps a lot.
Very good. So these are very brilliant answers, which I'm pretty sure all the students community who is right now watching this is going to greatly benefit from this. Thank you for your thoughts. So you spoke about, I think both of you spoke about the importance of taking breaks in between. And I think these are the breaks that actually fuel your car ahead. My question is, Akshat, you said that during your breaks you should take naps, right? That's a very good way of using your breaks. But there are many, and let me tell you, many who use social media or their mobile phones during these break times. Now, my question is using social media or the mobile phone during the break time, is it productive or is it basically going to help you? Is it actually giving you a break or is it distracting you further? What is both of your opinion on social media? Is it, just tell me frankly, is it destroying focus and productivity of students at large? Do you think, see, when I was a student, there was one great advantage I had and one great disadvantage I had. The great advantage I had is I was focused because I didn't have these weapons of mass distraction like social media. And the big disadvantage I had was everyone around was focused. It's end of the day competition, right? Nobody had social media addiction. Everyone was in their books. People used to get bored less fast. You're understanding? Nowadays, people are getting bored very fast. So now the disadvantage that people right now have is the massive distraction that they are facing due to social media. But the advantage is that they're competing with people who are also equally distracted. So your message to all, what are your thoughts on social media and using of the mobile phones constantly during break times and all? Does it really help you? So give your thoughts in general. Akshat first.
So I think social media, you can definitely use it. I've spoken to many rankers who did use the social media, but there's a limit that you have to set for yourself. I had personally set a timer of my WhatsApp because we live during times when we can't skip Telegram and WhatsApp because many updates are coming through these devices only. Even this video is uploaded on YouTube, right? So you can't skip it, but I would suggest that instead of wasting time during your productive hours, you should give some of your unproductive hours to these websites, right? Like I personally, after 12 a.m. in the night, I couldn't study, so that is the time when I used to check my WhatsApp and just explore things that I've missed out on. And Instagram, I'd quit Instagram like 17 months before my attempt, so I was on WhatsApp.
I hope everyone is listening. 17 months before the exam, he had quit Instagram. Other social media things or other mobile phone things only after 12 a.m. That too after a full day of hard work and study. That's when he used to gift himself a little bit of unproductive time towards that, right? Brilliant.
And also, just let me add, I'm very active on social media right now. So you have to decide that time for yourself. When can you be active? If you can sacrifice on some moments before exams, then you will be able to enjoy much more after exams.
Very good. One thing I'll tell about Akshat, he is an amazing speaker. He has got a great communication skill and he has his own YouTube channel also, right? So, but I am seeing him right now getting active on YouTube after he has achieved everything that he has wanted to achieve. So that is a big lesson. I'm pretty sure you must be wanting to do this since long, but you kept it on the hold. You put it in the deep freezer. You first finished your target and then you went on to do. Now you're free to do it, right?
Exactly.
Right? Suhani, your thoughts?
Yeah, so I feel with regards to social media, self-control plays a very important role. So I have had Instagram on my phone, I have had WhatsApp on my phone, but then I don't have the habit of scrolling through reels. So that's very subjective. So one tip that I give people is maybe use Instagram on your Chrome browser rather than having the app because the user interface is very bad and you don't feel like using it. Like Akshat said, a lot of people set timers, so that also works well. With regards to WhatsApp, I mean, I did use it to solve doubts for other people. I use it myself, but I also spoke to friends who are not from CA background also. So that also helps in stress busting, rejuvenating, or just calming down yourself.
Correct.
So that depends. That's very personal, and that depends from person to person on how well you're able to manage stress.
Correct. But do you agree that social media is a distraction?
Yes.
For most of the
For
people,
most of
it
the
is.
Does
people,
it
yes.
destroy focus
Yes.
Yeah.
if you use it too much?
Yeah, even I feel that my attention span has come down after inter exams. I feel that I'm not able to focus that much because I've got used
So
to.
basically, what brains we were born with, you think that it is slightly getting dull
Yeah.
due to overindulgence in that scrolling activity?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, how did you tackle boredom? Did you ever feel bored? I'm pretty sure everyone wants to know. Did you ever feel bored while studying for CA? The syllabus is vast. Were there moments, were there days where you felt you don't want to study, you don't want to pick up your books? If yes, how did you overcome that boredom phase? That phase where you felt that it is not naturally coming to you and you have to work slightly hard towards it? How did you do it? What did you tell yourself? Please tell us. Suhan.
Yeah, so boredom will obviously happen when you're studying for those continuous hours for very long months at a stretch. Boredom is bound to happen. So one way to tackle it is change the subject or maybe use combination of subjects so you don't get bored. If maybe you think a chapter is exhausting you too much, maybe keep it on a side and go for another chapter instead. Next, have some hobby, something that you look forward to every day. Maybe set 30 minutes of your time aside to do something. So I've been learning classical music for 5 years now.
Oh.
So that was one of the outlets that I used. Some people may read books, maybe watch YouTube videos, but again there is self-control that is important. So 30 minutes bola ya 45 minutes bola to utna hi hona chahiye. You shouldn't start binging. That's important.
Correct. Akshat?
Yeah, even I had my hobbies. I used to go for walks, listen to music, explore travel locations on YouTube.
Oh.
And all this I was saving for the post exam time. But if I wouldn't be studying in that particular moment, I would have to sacrifice on those locations in the future. So I didn't want to see those books even after my attempt, and that is how I got out of boredom. But yes, I did get quite bored studying few subjects at a stretch. So as she also mentioned, you can change the subjects also. You can keep two subjects.
So we can have, there are 2-3 tips here. One is try shifting subjects,
Yeah.
right? Second is take breaks. And third, very important that you are sharing this, do little bit of those hobbies that you want to do, but little bit, don't binge over it, so that at least you are well oiled, right? As someone had said, that if you sometimes do things that you like, that will give you motivation to continue doing things that you might not like also, right? If you constantly do things which you are not liking, you will eventually give it up. So it is very good that you shared this, that yes, we all get bored, but it is better that whenever you're getting bored, don't give up fully. Maybe if you want to watch a movie, or you want to watch something, or you want to go out, like Akshat said, he went for a walk, listen to music. Suhan is learning music. So little bit of your hobby, maybe you can just add that flavor in your life rather than giving it up completely. That will keep you oiled, right? Great. So now one common problem that students are also facing is their attention span is very less, and therefore their dedication to their studies, the time that they're allotting in one study session, is very small. Which I can put it in very simplistic terms. They study for 10 minutes, and then their mind tells them that, hey, now you deserve a break, right? And then they do take a break, and they don't realize 20 minutes, 30 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour goes in the break. Again they come back, their full focus has been destroyed. Again 10 minutes, 15 minutes they study, then they say, okay, I deserve a break again. Now this is on a very small scale. On a larger scale, it might also translate to, I achieve little bit in life, and then I say, okay, that's it, now I'll achieve something, maybe 1 year I'll take a break, and then I'll do something else. Knowing that you two have achieved this great result, I'm pretty sure you have mastered the art of studying for longer durations and taking breaks which are shorter durations, right? But I'm also very sure that when you are studying for those long durations, there might have been moments where your mind might have tricked you into this victim tendency, where they told you that, hey, enough, wait, take a break. See, everyone is taking a break. You also relax. But I'm pretty sure you must have told yourself something, and you must have continued going on. As Akshat, you'd said, straight at 12 a.m. So, what drove you to continuously study? Yes, there were small breaks, but I'm pretty sure those breaks also must have been after long study sessions and not after those short ones. So, there is a problem among the student community right now where their break times come very fast. How do you address it? Akshat first.
I think one very viable solution for that is to plan, because in CA inter or CA final, the portion is humongous and time is always a constraint. So if you plan and if you chart down your daily schedule of the number of chapters that you have to complete in a particular day, so you'll automatically be inclined towards completing those chapters, and you will know honestly within yourself that if you take 10 minutes like study cycles, you will not be able to achieve your target. So that will help you from just avoiding such activities.
I still remember when I was a student, what drove me towards not taking those breaks was, I had read one quote of our ex-president of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. He had said that when you are in a flow, don't stop, because it is very difficult to restart again. So when you're in a flow, you keep doing what you are doing, you'll be able to achieve more, right? Suhani, your thoughts?
Yeah, so like Akshat said, even I had set daily targets. So there's automatically a motivation to complete your targets. But even during the initial days of my study leave, I felt that I was with my books too much, but effectively padhai nahi ho raha tha because of breaks. So I started noting down the number of hours I was actually studying. And then when you see कि इतना time आप बैठे हो, but पढ़ाई इतना ही हो रहा है, तो automatically you feel कि there's no point. So then from the next day onwards, I got back.
So Suhani, you mentioned about planning. Akshat, even you spoke about planning. Can you both give us all a little bit glimpse about what your planning was? How did you plan? Like for example, when I was a student, I remember my exam was in May. The July before that, was when my planning started, right? And I had made schedules. I used to write, okay, July 1st, this is what I'm going to study. July 2nd, like that. My diary was filled right up to April 30th, or I might say April 27th, because 28th onwards I had to study for the first paper, right? So those planning sheets, etc., that was what I used to do. What was your pattern of planning? How did you plan so that you ensured that your studies gets completed in time? What were the planned number of revisions? There is one first reading, then you also have to do a revision, one revision, two revisions. What was your planning mindset is what we want to know. I am pretty sure you also understand it is very similar to chasing in a cricket match, right? And our syllabus is like, we have got, it's equivalent to scoring 400 500 runs in 50 overs. That's the size. I will not even use the example of a T20 match, because this is not, right? It's as big as a test match. The syllabus is that huge, so you require planning. Without planning, this result is not possible. So please share with all what your planning was. Let Akshat first.
All right. So you mentioned that it's more like a T20 game, or like a cricket game. So I would compute the number of days that I have, excluding the preparation for my first examination, which was FR, and then I would divide that by the total number of subjects. So say if I have 15 days per subject, hypothetically, so I would calculate that for subject like DT I would require more time, more than the average, more than 15. But for something like IDT or even SFM is comparatively shorter. So if I can try to do them in 13 days, so that I can give more time to audit and DT. So that's how I used to compute the number of days. I had read all subjects for the first time, then after that I'd done 2 revisions more. So I wanted to do 3 complete studies of a particular subject. And another thing, the third point I would want to make was that I would make shorter planning durations. Like I would plan for the next month, because it was very tough for me to plan right away for my entire study leave. But for the next month or so, I could plan reasonably. So I would say that shorter planning durations, at least first read plus 2 revisions, should help you to clear this exam.
So this is from final CA perspective. He's saying first reading, one reading of the whole syllabus plus 2 more. So the second revision will be one day before the exam, or that is the third?
That is excluding.
That is excluded. Okay.
Excluded.
So one full reading
Yes.
plus
Just
2
two.
revisions,
Yeah.
and then comes your examination day revisions, those 1.5 day.
Yeah.
Where you revise the whole, so that becomes the fourth revision. That
Yeah.
is what it takes.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure inter CA would be slightly different, because the time that inter CA students get, I personally feel inter CA is much more, cramped up for space as compared to final CA. Yes, inter CA students do not have articleship, but the study cycle is so fast, right? You have got your 12th, then immediately you have got foundation, then early bird starts, then inter CA. So Suhani, from inter CA point of view, what was your planning?
So my plan was at least theory subjects classes के साथ साथ थोड़ा थोड़ा little by little it should be done. Otherwise last के 3 months में it's not possible to do the entire thing altogether. So bit by bit, maybe every day 1 or 2 hours, I used to try and finish at least some portion of the theory subjects as taught in the class. Even with practical subjects, I used to try the homework Sandhya, module ke Sandhya, all those get completed along with classes itself. Then in the 3 months, my planning was that I want to do 2 proper revisions. So I took 15 days for 1 theory subject and 1 practical. So I started with accounts and law together. So because law is very boring, that accounts balances it out. So that is how I did it. So for 10 or 12 days, I used to do accounts and law. Then I used to take law for maybe 1 or 2 days, revise the entire thing, and then write a paper on law.
Oh.
Then I used to take accounts for maybe 1 or 2 days more, and then write a paper on accounts. So that is how I have gone through. And after writing the first papers for all the subjects, I then got on to the second reading, maybe 2 or 3 days. And then preparation for the first and the second.
Very good. Akshat, even you attempted a lot of papers before going into the examination hall?
I'd given 1 paper per subject.
Per subject?
Yes.
Okay. Great. It helped you, both of you?
Yeah.
Writing papers was a big help?
It definitely helps you in planning time and how you would want to write. And plus, because in the paper, you'll be facing many unexpected questions many questions that you haven't come across before. So it helps you in facing that nervousness also.
Right.
For me, it was when I started writing papers, I realized I'm not confident about something, or maybe कि पढ़ के हुआ है, but I'm not able to write it.
Correct.
So that helps in the second reading.
Very nice. Very nice. I hope all of you are writing down all these points, right? Okay. So now coming to a very, very practical question. Akshat, I've taught your batch in face to face, right? It was your batch only where all the pandemic, etc., the lockdown happened, because of which we had to discontinue and shift online. And Suhani, I think I've taught you fully online, right? So now, Akshat, first to you, I have seen your friend circle. I want to ask you, how important is it to have the correct friend circle, right? And then Suhani, you also please share your thoughts. How important is it to have a correct friend circle, or is it even necessary to have a friend circle? And someone might say, sir, I will study alone, I don't need any friend circle. What are your thoughts on that?
There's a quote which goes by that you're an average of the 5 people you hang out most with. I feel friend circle is very important in CA, because in some point you will be facing those breaks, and you will think कि अब मुझसे नहीं हो रहा है. So at that time friends, they motivate you, and plus क्योंकि friends भी struggle करेंगे तो relatively अपना अच्छा ही लगता है. So there's
Correct.
that confidence booster. But I feel that you definitely need few friends who are doing CA, because collectively you all can even help each other with the study material which you're using, how you're tackling a particular chapter or a subject, which faculty you're taking. So it is very important, and I feel that if you think that you're a single person who's studying, so of course that can be done, but it's always better to have few people around you also who can give you updates about ICI MCQs, ICI amendments, and help you in all those aspects.
Suhani?
Yeah, so it's important to have friends who are doing CA, that at least the people who are sailing in the same boat as you. So if you are having breakdowns, they are also, going through the same thing. So you can motivate each other, help each other out whenever you are stuck. Sometimes you understand that somebody has a different perspective on a particular subject.
Yes.
So even that helps. Again, having friends who are not from the same background also helps, because you
Right.
understand a different perspective. वो same चीज सुन के you get bored. So maybe कुछ अलग सुनने को मिला, or it helps you in venting also. आप अपने struggles बता रहे हो to somebody
Yes.
who's not from the same place. So it's a mode of busting stress.
Correct.
Also, I would just like to add that it's a way you use your friend
Yeah.
circle. Like in our case, we wanted to watch lectures a certain amount of hours every week. So my friends had placed a bet kind of thing that whoever doesn't watch so many hours in a week will have to say contribute this much amount to
Really?
a particular fund. So that motivates you.
Very nice.
Okay, as a
Very
group.
important to have the right kind of friends.
Yeah.
Because there are some friends who will say you don't meet us or you don't come and hang out. So it's important to have the right people around you.
Very nice. I was very bad at making friends, but I was very sure that I need people around, because when I, take my head out of the book and I look around, I want to see people who are in the same boat. And I think I was able to tackle that weakness of mine by going to a library. Because when I went to a study library, of course, during your time, the pandemic time and lockdowns, etc. But at that time, when I was doing CA, library system was in full flow. So I used to go to a library where many students used to come, completely silent. Everyone used to study, and then at times when you felt bored or when you felt weak, and you just looked up and you saw around, people are studying. That competition actually helped me a lot. So yes, friend circle or people who are also doing the same thing does help, right? So Suhani, is there something you would want to ask Akshat?
Okay, so Akshay had got a rank in Inter also, right? So how did you stay grounded post that, and how did you ensure that there's no pressure in having to get a rank?
Akshat, this is a very good question. There are actually two parts to this. One is your thoughts on humility post success, and second is very good that she asked this. How did you handle the pressure of expectations, especially after getting a rank in Inter CA? Very good. Please share your thoughts.
Okay, so as far as humility is considered, I think that it's very unnatural for someone to just think of themselves as superior after getting a rank, because you might be academically more superior to others. Someone might be better than you at a particular sport, at art, at cooking. So everyone has got their own strengths. You've just got academics and you've done a good job, but in order to continue that, you'll have to stay grounded. And secondly, talking about the rank, yes, it did add a lot of pressure. I've seen many inter rankers who just falter because of that pressure during finals year. So that pressure did affect me initially, but again I regained my thoughts and I found out the purpose why I'm doing final CA, and it was because I wanted to perform to the best of my abilities and not to satisfy other people's expectations. And that is how I again realigned my goals.
The kind of answers you all are giving at this age uh, really shows the depth that you both have. It is really inspiring for everyone, I'm very sure. Right? So, concluding, what is the road ahead from here? Suhani, I'm pretty sure your road is very clear. You have to study, right, for your final CA. Akshat, what for you?
I'm glad I don't have to study again for final CA firstly. But yeah, I'm looking for a career in consulting primarily, and then maybe I'll do my post grad.
Okay. Suhani, you want to say something?
Yeah, so I've started architecture in KPMG,
Okay.
advisory, M&A, tax and private.
Very good, very good. So you all are clear. Yeah, you all are very clear. It is actually very important to all children. Listen, it is very important. You have to be clear what to do after one milestone is completed. Because I still remember when I was doing CA, after becoming CA, I just went blank. Now what? There was one goal in my life and that was achieved. I never thought what next. But now, very happy to see and very happy to hear that you all are clear about it. Very nice. Now, my final question to you before we go to a very interesting rapid fire round. Okay? My final question is slightly deep. There is a tendency among students to compare with others' results. There could be some children who might think, I studied more, but they got better results or better ranks or this and that. This disease of comparing, right, is very much a problem that needs to be addressed. And what better than to ask AIR 4, right? When you got that result, there might have been, I don't know, you have to share, there might have been two thoughts. First is, I got AIR 4 on top of the world, right? You're literally celebrities for all of us, right? But there could have also been a thought, I didn't get AIR 1, right? Which is a very, might be a natural thought or might be a thought which could be very stupid. Did such a thought come to you that, oh, I missed out on AIR 1? If yes, how did you remove that thought? Because I'm pretty sure, I'm looking at both of you, you all are very happy, you all are very proud of yourselves, and I'm pretty sure you have tackled this. So, did that thought ever come somewhere in your minds? Akshat first.
All right. So I was very, very happy. As you mentioned, I was on top of the world because I did not know or did not think that I would be securing a single digit rank in my CA final. All right. And AR4 has been very, very, it's just been something that I can't describe exactly. So what I did was I looked back at the journey, at the sacrifices that I made, number of weddings I did not go to, number of cricket matches I did not play for my studies, and I instantly had no regret because I'd done whatever I could, and hence I've got AR4, and that is a big achievement, right? So AR1, of course, you would want that, but I was very, very happy with AR4.
Superb. Suhani?
Yeah, so again, I was also very on top of the world, very happy. But then I know that I've given my best.
Correct.
I know that I've done my best. There's nothing more that I wanted to do. So I have no regrets. I'm happy with what I have. With regards to AIR1, there was a big difference. But AIR3 and AIR4 में only 3 marks. So that was one thing that came to my mind. But then, like, it's luck. A little bit of luck, a little bit of hard work. But then I'm happy with what I have.
It is very important to be satisfied with. So, when I'm listening to you, I think the one thought that is coming out is we generally feel proud about what we have done rather than the result. right? We
Yeah.
feel happy and contented. I gave, both of you said the same thing, that I know or I knew that I have given my best, right? I have given my best, and I think that is what actually gives the satisfaction. And the rank was like the cherry on the cake, right?
Yeah.
Very
I would
good.
just like to add, MS Dhoni says that take care of the processes. The results will follow. You do not care about the results much. And there's this quote by Virat Kohli where he mentioned that he has never compared himself to someone else. He's just compared himself to the Virat Kohli who was existing yesterday. And his only goal was to be better than that version. So if you've got, say, 15 audit, your friend has got 60, it is completely okay. Next time, just try getting 55, which is more than 50. So try improving and don't try to compare.
So basically, there is a tendency to compare, but dovetail it to by comparing with your own past rather than comparing it with anyone else.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Very nice. So now we'll go to one exciting rapid fire round. Okay. So I'll be asking questions. You have to tell me which of the two are you, right? Library or home study? Suhani.
Homestead.
Library.
Library. Okay. What do you like more, movies or cricket? Akshat.
Cricket.
Movies.
Movies. Oh. Night study or early morning study? Suhani.
Night. But one or two o'clock, not more.
Okay.
Early morning.
Early morning.
Yeah.
So I'm getting all opposites, huh? Okay. Introvert or extrovert? Akshat.
Extrovert.
Ambivert.
Ambivert. Okay, that was out of syllabus.
Out of three.
Okay.
Exactly.
You are more comfortable with online or face to face?
Lectures?
Lectures.
Face to face.
Done more online, so can't comment.
Can't comment. Okay. One favorite extracurricular activity, Suhani.
Singing.
Akshat.
Public speaking.
Very good. Okay. Singing and public speaking. Superb. Okay. So, Suhani, 3 favorite books that you would like to recommend. Any favorite books? May it be fiction, non-fiction, anything. Don't say ICI study module. Something other than that.
That can't be a favorite.
Okay.
So, Fault in Our Stars, 5 Feet Apart, and Verity.
Very good. Akshat.
Okay. So I'm not much of a books guy. She mentioned Fault in Our Stars, 5 Feet Apart. I've seen those movies.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the books. But
Okay.
I've read this one book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind.
Yes.
That is very, very helpful.
Very nice. Okay, Akshat. Now that you're a YouTuber, 3 YouTube channel recommendations apart from your own.
Okay. So there's Think School. Then there's one by Raj Shamani. These are 2 YouTube channels which I primarily follow.
Okay.
I
Suhani?
also like Think School a lot.
Okay. And one more? None. Okay. Suhani, 3 web series recommendations.
Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Modern Family.
Akshat?
Game of Thrones, Family Man, Inside Edge.
Very good. Now, this is something that we have already discussed, but you can again say it. Any 1 or 2 or 3 quotes that impacted your life? Akshat?
Definitely the one I mentioned with Virat Kohli. Secondly, there's this Aspirants, the show. In that, in the end of the show, it's like "De mauka zindagi imtihano se na hum dare." So that is the one quote that I'd written. So that impacted me. And second was that believe and you're halfway there.
Wow. Believe when you're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very important because as a student, if you have lacking confidence when you're going for the paper, I think that's half the battle lost, right? With confidence, even things that you have a very light memory of, that also can come back if you are very confident. Believe, very nice. Suhani, quotes?
So, one is the more you bleed in practice, the less you bleed in battle.
Wow.
Another one is aim for the moon, even if you miss, you land among the stars.
Very nice. Very good. Favorite CA subject? Akshat.
Final would be FR
Okay.
and inter was FM Eco.
Okay.
FM specifically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Suhani?
Stats, favorite.
Direct tax? Direct tax is your favorite. Okay. Suhani, not so favorite subject in CA. Audit. Akshat?
Audit and law.
Audit and law.
Basically theory.
Okay. So Akshat and Suhani, it was wonderful talking to both of you. The depth of information and knowledge and thoughts that you have shared, I'm pretty sure is going to help so many, and it's not only about this year students. This knowledge will help generations. right? It was my pleasure and my honor to actually interview both of you, right? Generally, they say that students, they look up to teachers for inspiration. I'll tell you with full honesty, I look at both of you for inspiration. I'm really inspired by both of you. You have done amazing in life, and from here, from all of us here at JKSC, as your academic parents, we will now just sit back and will always be there to cheer for all of you as you go ahead in life, achieving more and more milestones and rocking the world. Right? So, all the best to both of you, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All the best.